Hey there, today I just want to show you a few tips on how to style your mustache. These are my personal preferences. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So I like to start out with some sort of balm or an oil for your hair. I use this to number one, protect the hair, to condition it. And since I use a hair straightener, this will essentially help me from burning my mustache hair, okay? So I'm just going to kind of gently work that in from the middle out, kind of make sure I get all the hairs. This balm is nice because it actually almost acts like a gentle mustache wax. You could just leave it and brush it and use this as a wax. I have coarse hair, so I don't use that, but for some people it might work. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my hair straightener. This is just a small little hair straightener. You're going to want to make sure that you put it to its lowest setting. This one actually happens to be 300. It's a really low setting, which works really good for someone like me who's using it for their mustache. So what I'm going to do with the straightener is I'm just going to straighten out the stash first. I start with the middle of my mustache. You can see here I kind of grab half of the hairs there, and then I'll grab the rest of the hairs and straighten everything once, and then I'll go through and kind of get a second pass here and straighten it once more. Be careful not to burn your face. At a low heat it won't burn as bad, but be very careful. The last thing I'm going to do is kind of give it a little curl by tilting up the straightener and just pulling it straight, and that's going to give us a nice little curl. Alright, so now that we've done that side, I'm going to do a close up and I'm going to move on to the next side. So again, you're not going to want to use too much heat on your stash. It will actually burn it and cinch it off, so that's why we're going to use a low heat on this. You can see on this side it's a little tougher for me. I'm actually right-handed, so doing my left side is just a little bit easier. Again, we're going to kind of tilt the straightener up here in a moment, and then we're going to give ourselves a nice little curl. So the next step that I'm going to show you is actually how to apply a little bit of wax. You could try to keep your stash like this, and trust me, it looks nice now. Throughout the day it will get kind of frizzly, so you're going to want to use some sort of wax or product to kind of hold everything in place. So here I have some Firehouse Mustache Wax, and if you aren't familiar with applying wax from a tin, I'll show you how to do that. The first thing I'm going to do is actually kind of brush my hair, kind of starting with a nice clean canvas here. Make sure everything is nice and neat first. I'm going to take the tin lid off. I am going to take the nail side of my index finger and I'm going to scrape the back side of that nail against the wax and get just a little bit of wax. You can see there's not very much there on the back side of my fingernail. Okay, I'm going to do that with my next hand here. Just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this wax off on the inside of my fingers. Okay. And now that we have some wax on there, we're going to work with that. We are going to roll it into tiny little balls, okay? Get it nice and warm, work it out there. And then I'm going to squish it, get it nice and tacky between my fingers, and apply it to my stash. You're going to start with the middle, kind of apply a little bit of wax, starting with the inside. And then you're going to grab the sides here and give it just a slight twist and a pull up. And this will help keep all those hairs from getting too frizzly throughout the day and give a nice, clean, natural look as you go about the day. A little tip I would give you also is have some wax handy. You might need to reapply just a little bit throughout the day to keep your mustache looking clean and pristine. I'm going to go through with my tiny little mustache brush here, just clean it up a little bit, and I am ready to go out for the day. I really hope this video is helpful as you style your mustache, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.